Welcome to our new historical investigation episode. Tonight, we dive deep into a hidden chapter of Asia.
In the thick and silent darkness of Ninh Thuan land, let us look across. Solitary, slender trees bracing themselves now against the arid winds of the south-central coast. Around us is a harsh landscape where the ancient brick towers of Champa Empire still stand alone right under a vast starry sky, like silent witnesses to the deep flow of history. We now step deep inside the tower, passing through the ancient brick arches to enter the misty sanctuary of Posaong Nyongcheng. Agarwood incense smoke from the daytime rituals still lingers and drifts aimlessly in the air, creating a signature scent and a dense breath that makes us feel we are entering a sacred world of a mysterious and divine spiritual environment. Amidst the flickering light of the old oil lamp, I stand here as an action researcher, searching for the truths of ancient civilizations. Each artifact reveals a lost chapter of our shared history. My sharp white beam sweeps across mossy brick walls, revealing a fine layer of dust clinging to structures. I carefully step right in front of the stone altar from the Golden Age, where the royal treasure chests are safely preserved by the historical Cham family for many centuries, all covered with beautiful dark red silk cloths that are completely worn and faded over long years. Standing before these relics, let us look closer to listen to the whispers echoing in this room, opening a dramatic field investigation for all of us. History has never been silent numbers, or lying submissively within old dusty books, but always whispers inside these hidden artifacts, resting silently in the darkness of this temple. If we previously analyzed the administrative texts to find the macro-legal framework of Thuan Thang, established under the reign of Emperor Za Long, then tonight, right inside this sacred sanctuary, the absolute royal treasures of Posaong Nyongcheng will reveal a completely new and shocking truth. This will be a journey to decode the visual cipher, to answer the core historical question for us: how this autonomous kingdom actually operated well, survived struggles, and preserved its royal power, alongside a Dainam empire on the path to unity. I suddenly sense something on the altar over there, and it appears I've found a unique artifact. Resting on the altar, it appears to be an ancient sword of the prominent leader Posaong Nyongcheng. Let us look closer to observe the smallest details here on the weapon, as I carefully put on clean white cloth gloves and gently lift the heavy sword hilt upward. Immediately, digital overlay technology glows bright to replicate the exquisite carvings on the hilt and scabbard worn down by time. I decode this visual cipher to reveal
It's a
very
fusion.
strange and unique cultural
two distinct
union.
cultures.
The blade and the advanced steel forging technique are deeply influenced by native Cham traditions within the historical Panduranga Champa region, creating a distinctive curve of coastal warriors. Yet the sword hilt and the dragon phoenix art, entwined beautifully on the antique scabbard, are crafted in the style of the Nguyen dynasty, heavily carrying symbols of imperial royal power. From this highly suggestive material detail here, we begin to delve much deeper now into the life and death comradely relationship between Lord Nguyen Anh and leader Nguyen Van Chun. Through cross-referencing various historic sources, I emphasize that to avoid any exact duplication. With the macro-official histories analyzed before, we must view this sword through the Cham Chronicles, also widely known as the authentic Sakurai Cham, a rare internal source of the indigenous people. The official history Dai Nam Tuk look records well that this leader had the name of Nguyen Van Chan, who brought Cham troops to support Lord Nguyen Anh, fighting the Tai Son during the most dangerous days. He was appointed Chuang Ko to govern Thuan Thang. However, Sakurai Cham tells a deep story instead, with much psychological depth and brutal bloodshed, from the true perspective of ordinary characters. The local chronicles preserve intense memories of the years the kingdom was trapped in a vice, of civil war where forests and ports were ravaged. In that desperate context of survival at that time, the vital choice to fully support Prince Nguyen Anh was not merely the total submission of a subject, but a bold political strategy to save an ethnicity from the terrifying threat of complete erasure. The ceremonial sword granted by Emperor Gia Long to the people of Thuan Thang outpost back then was not just a symbol of royal authority given by the king directly to his trusted general, but had been spiritualized as a supreme ritual object. The Cham worshipped him as a brilliant guardian god because he used the sword granted by the Vietnamese as a strong living shield to preserve their faith and protect every inch of their precious land. I move smoothly now, walking to the dark corner behind the altar to approach the second royal chest from the court. The sound of rusted wooden hinges creaking loudly in the quiet space of the old ancient temple echoes through the darkness. I gently open the chest lid, revealing inside the next two carefully preserved historical treasures. They are a bronze seal rubbing and imperial scrolls, beautifully written on large silk cloths of the court. These represent the tangible evidence of royal authority, serving as our core reference to the past. I use a specialized magnifying lens on them to clearly illuminate the Han characters deeply engraved on the seal. Then I directly cross-check with a palm manuscript. Written in the traditional Ahar Thra script, the soft rustling of thin leaves echoes around, evoking the whispers of ancestors from long ago. But is this authority truly as peaceful as history claims? Look at this seal to see the truth hidden deep beneath. Theoretically, this seal confirms court autonomy, where vassal kings maintained a miniature apparatus, collecting taxes and keeping their own armies. Then the operational reality was much more fierce. Looking at our reconstructed digital map, based on the research of Professor Pierre-Bernard Lafont, I see your map aligns perfectly with my field survey. It points out the complex structure of the outpost, where kin districts interlocked, directly into the native lands of the Cham people. As I trace the details of this map, decoding local land disputes from Cham documents, to reveal how fragile the political space was. Those were clandestine under-the-table clashes between Thuan Thang and local Nguyen officials over tax collection rights at coastal port cities and the control of rice valleys and timber profits. An autonomous kingdom was not a peaceful paradise, but a highly tense legal and ethnic battlefield, where undercurrents were waiting to swallow borders, under pressure of assimilation from communities. This geopolitical pressure was rising day by day. The cracks on the map were becoming impossible to hide. How long could this fragile treaty actually endure? The answers lie deep within the next artifacts. Let us now look at the final item. A royal silk belt representing their true faith. Do you want to join this active historical search? Let us continue this deep journey together, as we brace for the upcoming historical storm, bringing these hidden stories to light. Legends spoke of a great trial awaiting this sacred land. As skies darken, Panduranga's fate shifts forever. Emperor Minh Mang is preparing his rigid decrees. The blood oath of the past is facing its trial.
I am Diana, documenting the truths from the dust. See you very soon in part 2 of this investigation.
Keep history alive and stay tuned for the truth. Thank you, ancient world explorers.